Hi guys, we're home from holiday. You'll hear the washing machine running in the background. I've already been charity shopping and bought a piece of junk, but it should be fun to try. But the purpose of this video is specially for Ben Winkle, if I can find the bits. Going to demonstrate reversing the fan on this thing. Mark Vollmeyer had asked if we could reverse the thrust by turning the propeller round. Well, I'm afraid that makes no difference, because turning the propeller round is like turning a nut round on a bolt. It will still go the same direction. This has obviously caught the sun a bit in the week we've been on holiday. Anyway, I'll put a battery in there and check it works. I've got to find what I've done with the wheels. I'll be back in a second. There we go. By the magic of cinematography, there's the wheels. I've left them on the table because I've got to do another 3D print to move this project forwards. Anyway, the battery for that. So battery goes in that way round. That way, turn it on. That's pulling at the moment. Yeah, the air's on this side of it. Don't expect the microphone will pick that up. And then to turn it round, or make it go the other way, we could just turn the battery round. Now there is a problem with just turning the battery round, because the flat end needs a spacer to match up with the contact in there, because normally it has that spring. So I just happen to have a magnet. If I stick that in there and put that back on, turn it on, it now turns the opposite way. And the wind's blowing that way. Oh, so we'll stick it on there and demonstrate it going forwards and backwards. Right, turn that on. And off we go. That direction. It actually broke the propeller when it hit the chair then, but I think it will still work well enough for the demonstration. So take this out. Where's my magnet? Stuck it there. Take that out, put the magnet on the end to fill the gap. What Ben Winkle was concerned about was he thought there might have been a diode in there to stop you accidentally making it go backwards. So maybe you'd be trimming your nose hairs in the wrong direction. Oh, if you're not aware, this is a nasal hair trimmer from Poundland. So if we stick that back in again, that propeller has suffered a bit there, hasn't it? Can I straighten that up without it falling off? Okay, so this time it should go the opposite way round. There. And there we go, going the opposite way. Only I think we've lost a bit of the thrust capability with that propeller. Yeah, I'll give it a little bit of help. So that's in pusher mode rather than pull mode. Just by turning the battery round, but adding the magnet. It doesn't have to be a magnet, any piece of metal, just to fill the gap. We might as well check inside while we've got this. I think this just pops apart from memory. Yeah, there we go. So how does it work? Metal strip along the back there to make contact from this end, and then when you push that switch forwards, it's actually pushing or bending the metal strip so it comes down and makes contact with the top of the motor. So if we just lift the motor out, the way it's arranged, one contact, well, it'll actually be that contact there. Let's zoom in a little bit if we can. Right, that contact there, when the motor's that way up, makes contact with that, which makes contact with that metal plate, which would normally be the positive end of the battery. So that makes contact with there. The other brush is connected to that little copper or brass strip there that's making contact with the case of the motor. So get my magnet out of the way. So that goes in there, that goes in there, and then if we had a piece of wire to go from there to there, we would see it working. So I'll just find a piece of wire. Right, if I just put that magnet on the end there, we should be able to see it moving. And then I've got this metal strip. So back end of there. Hopefully you can see that moving. And that metal strip I'm using is doing the same as that metal strip would be doing. Oh, this end makes contact with that bit, which is a metal plate with a spring on it, which would make contact there. And then that metal plate would make contact in there. So that's our circuit. If we did want to put a diode in there, it would actually be quite difficult to do. Probably the easiest thing would be to intercept that plate and put a diode in the middle of it. You know, cut that plate and stick a diode in there somehow. It could be done, but from a cheap, practical manufacturing point of view, remember this was Poundland, that would be significantly more actions required by the manufacturer to actually do that. Push that off to one side a little bit. There we go. So really no incentive for them to put a diode in there to stop it spinning the wrong way. Simple fact that you need to space out the end of the battery because the negative end of the battery wouldn't make contact with the positive plate. It needs a spring there to fill the gap, or that little magnet. Right, I hope that's covered it. And at some time or other I will finish the next version of this, which will be radio controlled and steerable. Just talking about that, I suppose, the easy way to do that will be to intercept the metal plates in there and put an ESC on there and an external battery, so we have control over the motor. So all we'll be left with really is just that case and the motor. Thanks for watching. If you want more information, check down below in the video description. If you like this video, you might like this one up here. And if you want to subscribe, you can check out my channel over here. Up here is my latest video on my channel, and down here is a video playlist associated with the video you've just watched. Thanks again for watching.